So people watch it in Telegram, we getting appreciation.
Facts.
We are not smoking anything.
Amazing answer. What an answer. So now that I've finally seen the Malayalam film 2018, let's check out the interview with Film Companion. If you haven't seen this video, I'll put the link in the description. You can check it out. Let's have a look.
Jude, I really enjoyed your last film, Saras, but
Oh,
I could not imagine that the director of that film could also make
yes,
this.
that's true.
Where did this come from?
It's a great teamwork actually.
Oh, nice shoes, Asif Ali.
We are very humbled to be here, and we are very thankful to all the people who came here to watch our film and to take some time to
Some known people are in the audience. Keshav from All Things Cinema Podcast.
appreciate our hard work. It's pure teamwork actually. Our full team is here, and we are very thankful to the Malayalis who created the script already in 2018. I just had to
Yeah.
pen down those newspaper cuttings and the TV visuals only. So I am really thankful to the people of Kerala and people around the world who all love this film. So it's sheer hard work, and it's a great team I got, and I am
I want to see a behind the scene making.
very grateful to the whole team, especially the producer Venu Kunnappilly sir, Anthony Joseph sir, and
He guys deserves a special round of applause because this was a very hard film to make, right? You shot 13 days in 2019, then the pandemic hits. It's many years, right? And I read that people were saying to you, forget about it, can't be done. Also saying to you, since you have
Wow.
dates of
This makes it more special.
all these amazing actors, just make different films with them. Right? But here's a producer who stuck through this, which takes nerves of steel. How did you do it?
Actually, in 2019, Jude started this one, but I came in picture only 2022 only.
Okay.
You know, and they shot that time I think 12 or 13 days. We didn't use anything from that one.
Oh,
We freshly
okay. That makes
started
sense.
the film. And when he narrated the story, you know, actually it was not like a script, because you know, I know what all this happened in Kerala, the flood. I was there that time. Then and you know what I feel, it was like a normal story, because you know there was not much cinematic things in the story. You know, first I thought that it will be a challenge, but I know his caliber. Then you know, always I am ready to take a risk. Then we thought that, you know, try. But you know, we got a very good result now, and I should appreciate the director, because you know it was his vision only. When he narrated the story, never I expected this kind of a movie. That was the real thing.
When the three of you, he told you this story, did you envision this? Could you see it? Tovino, you didn't want to do it in the beginning, right?
Even none of us. The reason was different for me.
I know, because you thought that people might, because you actually worked when the floods
Don't
happened.
mean do it.
How did you do it?
No, he said he had a technique, and he didn't tell me what the technique is.
Okay.
That was the first
I actually saw a lot of posts of him in like real time during the floods helping out.
lure. And he had a blueprint or something which he folded and kept with him. He never showed it to anyone. And he told me, if you are not doing this movie, I'm not doing this. And I was emotionally broken. Okay. And he narrated me the script and gave me the script to read. And I read the script and I cried. Not one time, many times. So I didn't want to miss this movie for any reason. So I said yes. And when he said this, I didn't know what technique he had, but the kind of confidence he had when he told me that, I wanted to trust him.
Asif and Tanvi, for you?
For me,
I read almost 3 versions of the script. I wanted this to be very cinematic. I never wanted something like a documentary kind of filmmaking. I wanted to be very cinematic because this is something which happened in our generation, which we all have experienced. So I wanted it to be more real, more kind of filmy. So I went
Okay.
almost 3
Some of the things I said in my review also, I think that it makes sense. He says that.
times through the final screenplay, and he's the man. He made this. He took all the effort. You know, the 4 years he spent for this film. I had almost 20 days shoot. Even we had 25 days of shoot. Each of us had like 25 days of shoot. But this guy went through 3 years for this film. And
I had around 50 days of shooting.
50 days in water.
I will never forget those 50 days.
I want to get to that, but Tanvi, what was it for you?
So for me, it was Antu sir who called me first. So he just told me you'll get a call, and Jude Anthony is the director. And I was halfway there. I just wanted to say yes. I just wanted him to call and then say yes. And then that was actually my second movie. I just started my career, and this was the second call I'm getting. And then is when I got to know this is the base. I mean, the floods, what happened in 2018 is the base. And then we started shooting. So I was also part of this movie since the early stages of the shoot. And then due to many reasons, it got delayed. And I guess for around 2.5, 3 years, it got delayed. And I used to keep messaging Jude in between, asking, would you drop it? Because I could hear people asking me, I had put a photo with Tovino, and then each and every person I meet, they go, what happened to that movie? And I'm like, yeah, it's coming up. And then obviously then people were saying maybe they've dropped it because it's been really long. And then again we started shooting, which I was really happy. And I guess it's been a long wait for me also. And then finally seeing the entire team's, each and every cast and crew's hard work throughout, and then finally seeing this movie in big screen, seeing the reaction and response from people, and like these
I'm literally scanning whenever we come to the crowd.
ovation we get at the end of the movie, I guess I just cannot explain on how happy that feeling is.
So you created a set and then basically just flooded it.
That was a technique.
That was the blueprint, right? So what was a day on this set like? You know what? Were you guys just drenched through it?
for me, it starts after the sunset till the sunrise. Oh.
Actually, if you can, my DOP, my art director, my editor is here, and music director is gone for a vacation.
Yes, right
Because he
there.
was over here.
Hey, all of them deserve it.
Fantastic job.
So the plan was very tight. The master plan was very brilliant on papers, but it's very difficult to execute the plan because we have so many thoughts, and we all are like the hardworking human beings at night, because everybody was in the water, especially DOP was in the water till his neck, I guess. So those nights were really terrible nights we had, but all those hard work.
When like half the film is them in just water, just raining. It's raining. It's just they're just totally wet. Like I don't think just being in 1 hour in the rain is, you know, you'll get unwell or something like that. And they're just shooting for so many days. Every day they're just shooting in the water. Oh my god, insane.
Paid off very well, and the whole team is very thankful for that. Everybody is here. My full team is here. I am just missing my sound designer Vishnu Govind because he is busy with some other film, and Nobin Paul, the music director, he has gone for vacation. Don Vincent, another guy who did the
Very nice of him, you know, mentioning their names if they're not here.
additional background score. He has also gone for vacation, and many other people, my ADs,
After
my
this film,
associates.
everybody
Everybody wanted a vacation after this. Everybody wanted so badly.
So he was just calling me and saying that please mention my name, because he's so proud that we all are very much proud to be part of this movie. So this is as I said earlier, this is a teamwork, and I am really humbled by this reception in Mumbai, which like our dream is to make a film which can be reached to all the Indians, at least if you say. So we are very thankful to be here, and I don't know what to say, but
I
we
would
are
like to add
speechless.
something to it. He was the captain of the ship, and he was not the one who stood behind. He was in the front to lead us. And usually what happens is directors will be having a very safe place with the monitor, with the mic and the all setup, and us actors will be drenched in the water or wherever we are, we'll be. And Jude Anthony was very different from that. He is generally hyperactive, and he was
And very short-tempered.
and very short-tempered too. But
That is the highlight.
and he was in the water with us, and at 5 in the morning, like
That makes a big difference. Big difference that, someone is right there. It just gives you motivation, and, you feel as you're part of something big. It's not like he's paid to tell you to do this and just you are doing it. No. That when you break the boundaries and it becomes a creative, togetherness, all of them are coming together to do this. It's something else.
generally we start shooting at 6 in the evening till 6 in the morning. So we'll wait for the sun to come up to stop the shooting. Generally what happens is we'll wait for the sun to go down to stop shooting.
And that's true.
And he was in the water with a raincoat, with a piece of paper and a pen. And he has written the number of shots, all the shots which he has to take that day. And he'll strike one after we shoot it. And
God.
our DOP, he's a very friend of mine. We used to do short films back in 2011. He was the director back then. And he was
He also shot Kala.
Kala. And
Yes.
Kala's director, Rohit, was the production controller in that short film. And so, no, seriously. So,
The best short film ever. Look what came out of it. Maybe not.
but that was in 2011. It
Right.
was just beginning.
Yes, yes.
We didn't know anything back then. And we worked in Forensic, Kala, and now in this movie, I know him very well. He is generally very lazy, but when it comes to work, he is very hardworking. And when Jude Anthony says, Akhil, let's shoot this shot, then he'll be like, I don't want to shoot. Okay, give me the camera. That's it. Like, he doesn't want to move his body at all because it's very cold. It's very cold. But he didn't want to say no to whatever he says. And I've seen
whole
them
team was
fighting.
like that.
I've seen them fighting, and once I tried breaking the fight, and I wanted, Judeta, please, Akhil, please, shoot it, come, let's shoot. Then both of them went both sides. Then I was like, okay.
What am I doing here?
I'm the star here, and I'm standing in the water, and they have gone. So I went to the caravan. After some time, I saw both of them coming into my caravan. Come, let's shoot. And I asked, okay, now you compromise. We are like husband and wife. We'll fight every day, but it doesn't mean that we are going to divorce. Come on, let's shoot. That's how the shoot went on.
But, right, he's a man possessed, right? He went through 4 years, writing, rewriting. I read that you finally used the 14th draft.
12th draft, yes.
12th draft,
12th
okay?
Wow.
He's obsessed with this idea. He needs to make it happen. But the three of you, did you ever have a day on set where you're like, I'm just sitting here, I'm wet, like, what's going on? Why did I say yes to this? Did you ever have that moment?
No, because I was never in water.
But we were like completely in water.
Yes.
So,
We didn't have
ever?
an option. One day while we were doing the helicopter sequence, so it was
Thankfully, I saw this after the watching the
very
movie.
cold. It was 2 or 3 in the night, and there was this rain unit pouring rain on us, and we had these 2 propellers suspended on a crane to recreate the wind from the helicopter, and it was very cold. And I wanted to run away from the sets, and I cannot sleep with all these wet clothes and all. And I wanted to run away, and I was like I was angry, but I don't show them out. But I was like, why did I commit this movie? I was a software engineer. Why did I choose this profession? That's what. it was that cold, and I was about to complain. That's when I saw Santa Kumari Chechi. She's a very senior artist. You can see in that airlift sequence, she's the one who comes out of the bus and says, "They're talking. Let them talk." It's her. She's about 70. And while I was complaining, while I was being angry, I saw her like for every shot, she is very actively participating. She doesn't have a caravan. She doesn't have assistance, nothing. But she was my inspiration. I thought, okay, how can I complain? I am young. I work out. I say I'm healthy. No, I'm not. Then I didn't complain. From that day, I stopped complaining. I stopped thinking that way. If she can do that, I should.
There were so many supporting cast. They were 5 years old. They were 70 years old. You know, everybody was having that same spirit.
And the Ebin, the child. His role was not easy at all. Like when you're lying down, your face up, and when rain is falling on your face, how do you act dead? Yeah. It's not easy. Like I've been there. It's not easy. And while I'm doing this, the CPR, after the shot, he'll open his eyes and cheta padukke. And like he's a kid, and after the shot, he is telling, please don't push so hard. So, and while shooting also, the way he screams, way he performs, for us, it was like real. We came to the mood.
So many unsung heroes, not just what really happened, even, behind making the film. And I think that's why the film is, it's getting the worthy praise it deserves.
Of that scream.
Yeah.
And Sudhi Shetty, if I start mentioning names, I'll have to mention every name, like everyone. Everyone stood together.
Even Lal sir.
They're really good.
Everyone.
The casting was really good. They literally felt like, father and son, unless they are in real life. Let me know in the comments.
This is a recreation of what happened in 2018. In another sense also, all these artists, all these technicians, we all came together and we had this feeling that this is our movie. We have to make this movie. If we all are busy with our own movies, but this movie was special. So we had to manage our dates so that we all can come together. And we have acted in many movies together, but we haven't had...
Never in a frame.
In a frame. We haven't had a single combination shot.
We have done Uyere.
Yeah.
Virus,
YouTube routers,
but never in a single frame together.
So we all wanted this movie
even in this film also, right? Yeah, even in this
all
film.
of us were very emotionally connected to this film.
Of course.
That was the common factor. That was the common energy pulling us.
Jude, how did you decide between practical in-camera effects and digital effects?
Yeah, actually the main credit goes to the art director and DOP and the VFX team. Mindstein Studios is the name of the VFX company. And
see, even mentioning that name, most people don't even care who are the VFX, wow.
Sat together for at least around 16 meetings, I guess, before the shoot. We had this storyboard thing and we had planned what to shoot and what to not shoot. The C sequences were the major portions in the VFX area. So only around 160 shots, only I think 10 shots were the major VFX portion. Other full portions was shot on a location called Vaikam in Kerala. So the entire credit goes to my full team, the art director, the DOP, the editor, the VFX supervisors, the guys who worked in the VFX team. Because we finalized the portion only on May 1st, I guess. Because I was talking to the team, VFX guys saying that it's not completed. You have to still work again and again. Because if it comes to OTT, no one should take a screenshot and say that the CG is very bad. So they are still working on it. We can do better. If we see the film now, me and my DOP, my editor, and everybody was talking like that. We should have done better. So that's the team spirit, and the pre-production was the main highlight of this film. So we had time. We took many meetings and many discussions. So that was the plus point of this hard work. Like, we did the homework very nice. So
When you guys were shooting this, did you, because it's very recent, right? It's not like, you know, it's not an old story that you're telling. It's very fresh in people's memory. And there's always a thin line between, you know, telling a story with empathy, but you could also be exploiting a horrific tragedy, which, you know, resulted in almost 500 deaths. And you bring that empathy. Every character is so moving, and every, you know, you want to reach out to them. I mean, when you went in for those certificates, I wanted to scream and say, don't do it. You know, please, this is such a bad idea. How did you find that balance when you were writing it?
I thank to all the filmmakers who did films like my seniors in Malayalam industry and Indian cinema, and to the extent world cinema also. So I thank all the filmmakers who did the same thing before. They have done it before. They have showed us the human emotion is the best way to convey a film. Like there's a shot in Jurassic Park. I am not comparing my film with Jurassic Park. I'm just saying there is one shot with a glass of water, and when the dinosaur is coming, this shot is showing just the water is trembling. So that's how they did it. So they have already used this idea, and I had to just copy it from many filmmakers. So I thank all the filmmakers in the world.
Nice answer.
Yeah, copying inspiration, whatever it may. But I really thank you all the filmmakers in the world, especially my guru. Like I haven't worked with Priyadarsan sir, but he's my guru. So he has done many things. He has shot the film Kalapani in 43 days.
Yeah.
So that's a magic he has done already. This is how we should inspire from other people. My plan is to be a better filmmaker, be a better human being after each and every film. So this is my tribute to my gurus in the world, everybody. Thank you.
Very well said.
So, of course, the film is a smash hit, right? Shows are being added. Tovino, I've been looking at your social media. There's just such elation around it. Venu, do you feel as a producer sort of validated? Because you've stood through it. I mean, finally, you're writing the check. You know, that's a tough position to be in. Do you feel that this is the kind of movie that would bring people back into theaters? Because that's now the whole conversation, right? That how do we get people back in?
You know, when the shooting and the post-production was going on, you know, actually my expectation was not this much. I thought that, you know, we can do good business in OTT, satellite and all. And in Kerala, maybe we can do some business. Because, you know, in 23, almost 75 movie released. And I think one movie only worked out. That is a situation. That means, you know, the people are not coming to.
Made a video about that.
Many reasons. We don't know the reason exactly. You know, out of this 74, there was a lot of good movies also. But, you know, firstly, I saw, you know, after all the work, I saw the movie. Then I think before release, maybe like 2 weeks before, then I thought that definitely it will work. Then we start the promotion and all. And the people are, you know, in everywhere, not only in Kerala, everywhere, even outside Kerala, in GCC, everywhere it is still running full house. In UAE, you know, it is like a, because normally the regional film, the first 3 days, you know, the weekend days are normal.
This is interesting. You know, most interviews you only get creative people or the producers. First time it's together, so you are getting every aspect. You know, from filmmaking, producer, what they did, actors, what they did. So it's good to know that.
People are watching like 40,000, 50,000 only. Our movie already watched around 170,000. That is enough.
We have got our own Bombale films. Kavi films.
There was on budget, I don't want to tell the figure, but it is gone up like 50%. Then also, never I complain to Jude or our art director is there. He's the man for increasing the...
For every liter of water.
yeah. Like, art expense almost increased 100%, double. Then also, he is doing nice job. Everything is going well. That means I cannot every day going and complain. Sometimes I was sending message. The total
And I
like
was
that.
Then suddenly he'll take a scene. He'll go with Chaman to the producer and show the scene, and he'll be like, okay.
Check this out.
That's right. Your work speaks, right?
To add on, actually, there were actually a lot of inspiring stories what happened in 2018. So I wasn't there. I wasn't in Kerala when the floods happened. And then when I came to the set also, almost every crew members or all the actors whom I've met, they were in the floods when it happened. And then listening their stories and then talking to Jude and Akhil, who's a co-writer of this movie, I've heard many stories, which I think Jude has incorporated maybe a half of it and conveyed it in 2.5 hours on whatever he could. So I think for all the hard work, I think he deserves everything what the world is giving him.
With the team, actually, I am saying this because there is each and every people involved in this film. They worked really hard. So the actors, the team members, the junior artists, if you say so, the team, the drivers, the production team, everybody in the team was working really hard, and they were saying like we are part of a history. So they all believed me. So if I couldn't do it, then I was the waste guy in the team. So because everybody was saying we are making a history.
Yeah, we were recreating something which
history.
we have experienced so badly.
That love was very
we
much
have
enough to do this film. So.
affected so badly.
Correct.
Everybody on the sets had that feeling because everybody was in the water.
Everybody had a
The
story.
only person who was not in the water was the editor because his laptop, because to safeguard his laptop, he's the only person sitting outside the water tank.
Jude, you said that when there were many DOPs who quit the project, right? And there was one leading DOP of the Malayalam film industry who said to you that water is impossible to work with and you can't make this film. And you said to him that maybe you can't, but I can.
And he proved it.
Actually, if this is like when I studied my engineering and all, there was this one day when I went to a stage in my college for a mimicry competition. I thought that I'm a good mimicry artist. Then everybody was like, they were angry at me, and the entire show was a flop. And then next week, someone in my college asked me like, if you get on stage again, I challenge you like that. So this challenging and this pressurizing is very. I like this challenge.
That motivates him more.
This is one of the best interviews.
So the next year I went on stage again and I won the second
You want to
prize.
challenge him again.
I'm telling you.
So my request is
another
that,
movie with me. I challenge you.
yes, I accept the challenge. Yeah, actually this is an inspiration to everybody because I am not that talented. I am very normal person. I have my limitations, but if you try your best with the help of your team, you can achieve everything. Because this is like a huge success. We haven't expected this much reception from people, and we are getting so many messages. I'm not able to take calls. So this is very huge. I am really thankful to all. Thank you.
It's a good problem to have. I read that you all have promised each other, or on the last day of shoot, you said to each other that you'll all meet on the 100th day of the theatrical run. Is that still a plan?
Yeah, we were that sure about this film.
We all were confident.
Actually, these people are very busy with the shoot, but they came to Mumbai with us in this busy schedule. That's because they love this movie and they want to be part of this success. So we are missing so many guys here. My team is in Kerala, so I request my producer to
Keep the grand success.
the grand success celebration. He will do that.
We are planning in
We are planning a
Dubai.
100-day celebration in Las Vegas.
He's very massive. He's very massive. Actually, he has so many plans. He's a.
Venu's not committing to anything right now.
Not even writing a check.
Actually, he has many visions actually because he has planned to show the film in LA, but we couldn't do it. But he will do that. That's a power he has.
When is the LA premiere? I don't lock my date.
Okay, guys, with that, opening it up to the house, do we have questions here?
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
So I loved the movie, and I really expect this movie to come in pan-India scale, which needs to be dubbed in other languages and released.
It is coming. It's coming.
Okay.
It's
So-
coming 12th, right?
Yeah, we are planning on 12. This is coming
12th of
Friday.
this month.
Okay, that's actually great.
Okay,
So
it is not happened yet, so I'm assuming. Okay, let's see.
this movie needs to be promoted on national scale because it's such a great movie to see. Means there are many mediocre films which come in pan-India scale, but this movie needs to become on pan-Indian scale.
Facts. He spits facts.
Tovino, I saw this is the second film which I have seen of yours. I loved Meenal Murli, and now this is even better. Like I feel as if these two films, you've been like Jesus, Allah, you've been like Krishna, the savior, the superhero. And I only have one thing, in that film.
In Minnal Murli, did you spot him? He was my co-artist in that,
Oh.
the director.
I'm an actor too.
Tovino, I just in that film, obviously you wanted to run away to the US, and in this film you want to run away to the UAE. I mean, why would you want to leave God's own country?
No, it's not the country. It's not the particular space. It's the people around him that makes him think that he wants to run away. But actually, it's the same
But most films he stays back, right?
people for whom he dedicates his life in the end, in both the movies. So I think it's at some point of time when we are being ridiculed, when we are the odd one, we all feel that we should run away from this space. But at some point, we'll find our importance in that society and we'll stay back.
Mr. S.S. Rajamouli said that he's envious of the writers and directors in Malayalam cinema right now because of the kind of content that you all have been producing. So as an industry, how do you look at, the kind of changes that are being seen in the industry, the kind of stories that you all want to tell, that the industry has become very story-driven in recent years?
The question is to you.
No, the question is to the
I've
question
been
is to the
asking
team.
this question for like 5 years. I remember sitting here in this same theater with Ashik and after Virus, we screened Virus here, and I was like, what are you guys smoking? How are you doing this?
No, we don't.
And so I have exactly been asking the same question. How are you guys doing it so consistently? What is the secret sauce?
But you know something? Have you ever thought how hard it is for us to bring a movie to national attention? Our budget is very less. We work in very limited constrained budget, and we don't have any extravaganza. And when we are working in a movie, our salary is a very small percentage of the movie's budget. And we all work with the passion. We don't work for money.
We'll always make sure it's purely content-driven. And we wanted it to be like that only.
And just imagine, we are a small state in the southernmost corner of India, and we have been, not us, our pioneers, they have been making very good movies. But just imagine when our movie releases, it releases in very less number of theaters. I wish more distributors came to distribute Malayalam movies. We don't want them to distribute it for free or just out of the love. Let them watch the movie. If they like it, if they distribute our movies, it'll be great. And after releasing it in OTT or after people watch it in Telegram, we getting appreciation.
Facts. Telegram. He mentioned it. I love that.
It's not worth it. It doesn't do any good to any of us. So just understand it's very hard for us to bring a movie in front of the country. It's very hard. From the southernmost part, we are trying our best, but not every producer is going to spend so much money for promotions.
True that.
Like our movie's budget may be lesser than the promotion budget of a biggest movie in Bollywood. So maybe these constraints makes us work harder, smarter. We work overtime. And that's how we create these movies. We are not smoking anything.
Amazing answer. What an answer. Outstanding.
We just love cinema, that's it.
And let me say, you guys are doing spectacular work. It's been the joy of my life to discover, and I'm ashamed to say discover so late, but to discover and really kind of deep dive into Malayalam cinema. It's just...
And you have been very supportive.
Yeah,
I love
we
it.
have to tell you that.
Thank you so much.
My name is Shri, and I'm a fan of the film and all of you. So, as actors and also as a director and creator, how difficult is it for you to shift genres? Because Tovino, you've done something like a Tallumala, which is very different from what you've done here, and you've done something like an Om Shanti Oshana, which is very different from what you've done here again. So, how difficult or different is it to deal with these subjects?
Or maybe
Actually, we are just concentrating on good scripts actually. So we are not finding it difficult to shift through genres actually. I'm just looking for good scripts, good writers. So my plan is to make good films which people might like. So genres is never an issue for me actually. So I don't know for the other filmmakers, but what I'm saying is that we all try to make good films. So that must be different genres like Tallumala, Premam, like Mahesh's Pratikaram. So we have done so many films, and the filmmakers they have already done so many great films. In Dilesh Pothan is there already in industry, Liju Pelisheri, and many great filmmakers. So we all are like inspired from those filmmakers. So that's the magic, I guess.
Thank you, guys. It's been such a pleasure to see this film with all of you. And thank you all for coming and being such a wonderful audience.
that was a great interview. Really got deep insights on the making and behind the scenes and what all went. And I'm very happy hearing that it all paid off. And I hope it pays more. It's just the start. Just like RRR, I hope it's just a start. It travels whole India. It travels the world. It'll be amazing. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And then you can check out this video next. Not this video. Just check out my review of 2018 if you haven't. And we'll be doing a live stream also. Check that out also. And yeah, see you next time. See ya.